looking back at the league game against Wigan, there's only one change for Liam Rosenior as Aliar Saibmanesh comes out of the team in an enforced change given his injury that he sustained at the DW Stadium. In comes Tyler Smith, the man who got a brace from the bench, and he will play on the wing on the left-hand side. The team for the Tigers is Ingram in goal, same back four, Christie, Jones, McLaughlin and Greaves, Doherty and Seri together in the centre of midfield. Smith, Slater, Longman as the attacking trio behind Oscar Estepinian, who's going in search of 4 goals in 4 games for the first time in his career. The bench for the Tigers is Timothy Latatala, Louis Coyle, Callum Elder, Ozan Tufan, Ryan Woods. A big return for Benjamin Tete, who's included in a league selection for the first time since Sheffield United. And Aaron Connolly may make his mark for the first time in the league. So we've got full allocation of fixtures across the Championship as well today. We've already seen one result, and it was a shock result. Rotherham not just beating Blackburn, but thumping them by 4 goals to 0 in what will be such a welcome win for Mark Taylor, the Rotherham United manager. Blackburn Rovers sitting 3rd in the table now, 13 defeats all season. It's such a crazy Championship as Huddersfield with Radoni. He's got a nice little flick off his heel there to take it down the right-hand side, delivers a cross, which Christie turns behind, and it was an awkward one. He was in the 6-yard box, dead centre on Ingram's goal, hooks it away with his right foot. But Huddersfield will get the first corner of the day in a rather cagey opening as the ball is taken short by Huddersfield, and they deliver into the box. Ingram was across to his far post. Now he took a big blow there. Now whether or not it was a player running into him, he caught the post as well perhaps, and maybe a bit of the ball. It was all sorts going on. He stretched his right arm out to parry it away. The ball delivered right to the back post, and he's, I think, been caught there by Jordan Rhodes' standing leg. He's committed the striker. Both managers barking orders from the touchline as Huddersfield now have a spell of possession. No real shots of significant nature so far, certainly not for Hull City. Huddersfield having one chance from a cross into the area which Ingram came and had to bravely get in front of, as Hull City just win back possession. Now Longman, left side, will maybe tiptoe into the penalty area. He does just that. There's 3 waiting in black and amber. Slater on the edge with a venomous strike, and then just bumps across the body of his marker. Didn't see the squad number, but one of the defenders it was. But Regan Slater now chancing his arm and taking the shot on. And that was hit with plenty of power, but it was well dealt with by Huddersfield Town that time. 14 minutes gone, and Hull City try and throw their first significant punch in the match. The ball is pushed back towards Matty Pearson. It's now into the feet of Helic, who will play the ball back to Bila Kapic. He's confident enough to then swap the ball across back to Huddersfield's centre half, with Oscar trying to close down wherever he can. Huddersfield have had the ball for an age now at the 19-minute mark. Ball into the area looking for Rhodes, controls it, but he's not facing the right way, but he's worked the ball over wide to Loughton, and then he takes the shot on, which is deflected behind for a corner kick. But those Huddersfield fans over there will be pairing at how they kept the ball, kept working it, waited for the opening. They tried all sorts of methods to get up to the penalty area. Hull City just could not get it off them. John Rhodes did exceptionally well, facing it away from goal to then move the ball into the free man coming into the penalty area in Loughton, but he could not score. And Radoni will get a second chance to maybe this time swing the ball into the heart of the penalty area. Jordan Rhodes next to Matt Ingram. But Thomas Bramall, the referee, just having a word or two. There's just a little bit of pushing and shoving going on. Tyler Smith is bearing the brunt of it as the most for a Hull City player, but both sides are at it as Radoni will deliver. It goes over to the back post this time. Nodded back towards goal as 2 are marked at the back post, and Huddersfield Town take the lead. It was headed across into the path of Michael Helic, and he who scored at Huddersfield has done it again at the MKM Stadium, and that means Huddersfield lead. It means Hull City are behind, and it also means they've got to come from behind to win. Hull City 0, Huddersfield 1. And it's their fans you can hear. Hull City just could not clear the ball away. There was a free header in the build-up towards the back post. Ingram had to scramble, and there was 2 or 3 around the goal line who were just trying to get underneath the ball. But when you scramble, you lose sight of who you're meant to pick up. And there was 3 men in Hellick. I also think Loughton might have been in the mixture as well. The Irishman just cantering forward now towards Greaves. Greaves to Longman on that left-hand side. There's no momentum in Hull City's play. The ball's moving, but there's not a lot of urgency and movement from the Hull City players as Greaves and Slater partner up together. This is all in the Huddersfield half as Hull City get towards the final third. McLaughlin tries to deliver. It's a free header for Hellick. Christie then heads the ball up. It's on the edge of the penalty area in the centre. Doherty trying to bring the ball down towards Oscar. Seri regathers. He spots the ball nicely for Doherty. Go on then. Oh, what a chance. But to the right-hand side of the post it goes. And Greg Doherty, we know he can score from a distance. Usually when he does score, it is a thunderbolt. That time, though, it travels away from the right-hand post, goes over by a couple of yards. Ingram in possession. Goes for a booming ball, looking and searching for Callum Elder as Loughton is underneath it, watches it all the way and cushions it back towards Bila Kapic in the Huddersfield goal. Just trying to take stock now of what Hull City have in terms of a shape, and obviously Christie and Elder are trying to be as expansive and get as far forward as possible whenever they can. Seri sitting behind Slater and Doherty. So maybe that diamond system is now that of selection. Looks as though it is, because Tufan is now sitting in the number 10 role, but Smith is basically side by side with Oscar whenever possible. And he charges down a potential long ball away from Huddersfield, gathered by Slater 20 yards out. Oscar has a shot! Oh, what a save from Bila Kapic! Oscar has had to wait and wait and wait, and he managed to plug the ball and drag it left to the right-hand post with his left foot, but Bila Kapic diving across to his left gets enough on it to steer it onto the post. Hull City, though, doing most of the attacking. They have the ball in the right areas in this second half as Smith wins it back. Christie to Doherty, now Seri. There's plenty over on this left-hand side to aim at now as Tufan finds Slater. Elder trying to keep Loughton pinned in as Doherty, now Christie. Lovely build-up. Christie's ball in, could bounce to Regan Slater. Hacked away by Huddersfield as Jordan Rhodes now will put pressure on Jacob Greaves. A shove or two, but Greaves is strong. Fends him off. Seri now on the halfway line to Tufan. Tufan back into the defence for Alfie Jones. There's going to be another change coming, and Benjamin Tete is being prepared for return to league football. Christie, meanwhile, cuts inside. Tufan 20 yards out. Oh, what a chance! Again, wide of the target, though. And he managed to really dig it out there. There was barely any backlift to his shot from up here, it looked like. Just through a change of shape, Hull City seem to be finding more spaces. Will it bring them joy and an equaliser? It's still 1-0 for now. Huddersfield have won in 6 consecutive matches, 7 games unbeaten against Hull City, and that is the most and the longest run and the most points taken off the Tigers in that time since that last game. West Brom have played Hull 5 times and won 5 times as well, but this is officially Hull City's bogey team, and the stats are there to show it. Can they find an equaliser as Slater and Seri partner up together? In the centre circle, Seri goes over to Coyle. We're into the last 2 minutes of normal time. Seri tries to swing a ball into the penalty area from a central position. He might get a second chance to do it, but instead lays it off to Coyle, and then Seri will deliver again. No height to the delivery. Tete! Oh, he just flashed it from 18 yards. The ball just bounced through to him. Tete hit it as sweet as a nut, but it screams over the crossbar. And Benjamin Tete, what a way it would have been to get his first goal for Hull City. Ingram to Jacob Greaves. We are into the 6th minute of added time, and it's played forward to Louis Coyle. First time delivers into the area, high and hanging behind Tete. Connolly tries to get it down to Slater. Waghorn manages to nip in. Thomas Bramall has got that whistle wrapped around his wrist, ready to blow it, as Callum Elder will deliver from the left-hand side. Coyle trying to arrive, again headed away. Seri trying to bring it down 20 yards out. Ball could pop to Tete. He shifts it out wide to Elder. Elder's delivery, headed away, but only as far as Callum Elder. Brought down by him. Greaves' little header. Is there time for one last chance? Seri floats it into the area. Bilakapic was arriving. It's not dealt with by Huddersfield. It's still in the area. Slater, 20 yards out. Oh, it's well saved by Bilakapic. Diving over to his left-hand side, makes the save, which will probably give Huddersfield all 3 points. It was driven low. Bilakapic is taking as much as he can before clearing it away. And it's going to go out for a throw-in. Jacob Greaves will immediately throw it back to Matt Ingram. Have Hull City got time to get the ball forward for one last attempt? Jones just going for it now and launching it long up to Elder. It's flicked towards the penalty area. Into Oscar! He's done it! He's only gone and done it! The North Stand goes absolutely mental! Huddersfield Town's defence has dug in for 97 minutes, and with maybe the very last kick of this championship encounter, the top scorer, Oscar Estepinian, chips the keeper to rescue a point for Hull City. You could not see a bigger contrast of fan reaction as the final whistle sounds. It was the last kick. Liam Rosenior hugs Mark Fotheringham in an embrace of gratitude and sympathy.